Hi, everyone. Tonight's episode of Bamboozled.Boston is brought to you by Amson HVAC. If you live in Massachusetts, Amson HVAC would like to help you take advantage of the Mass Save program that will help finance your whole home fossil fuel heating system conversion over to an air source heat pump for up to $50,000 for 7 years with zero interest loan. Pretty cool stuff. When your home meets the Mass Save qualifications after their heavily discounted thermal envelope insulation upgrades, you can then have Amson HVAC walk you through your heat pump options and installation procedures. Once all the work is done and Mass Save has conducted their completion inspection, you will then also be eligible for another $10,000 conversion rebate. I mean, this is pretty crazy stuff. This can be especially good for homes with no existing air conditioning system because with all air source heat pump conversions, okay, air conditioning is always part of that system. It's just air conditioning in reverse. So contact Amson HVAC at 888-856-1331 or book your appointment for a free consultation at www.amsonhvac.com. That's AMSON HVAC.com. Bamboozled.Boston is also brought to you tonight by RPM Dynamics. Okay, RPM Dynamics is your number one pro audio dealer for affordable Midas 96K 24-bit AES 50 integration, Midas console sales, Wave plugins, all sorts of stuff. That's my buddy Jimbo over there. Touring packages, if you guys want to go on tour anytime soon, that's always an option. Or installs if you have a club or anything like that is always good. You can reach those guys or Jimbo over at www.rpmdynamics.com. Thanks, everybody, and here is Bamboozled.Boston. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting from an undisclosed location somewhere north of the hub of the universe, Boston, Massachusetts. Welcome to Bamboozled.Boston, the only New England podcast show that combines two of your favorite things, specifically cocktails and music, into an unforgettable, user-friendly experience. Join us as we educate you on the history, as well as the successes and the failures of some of your favorite alcoholic beverages, with on-air sampling, live music, band reviews, and special guest appearances. But wait, there's more. Hang on, because we're diving headfirst into the world of pop culture as it relates to alcohol and music, their origins, influences, genres, and styles, all rolled up into one very convenient, easy-to-listen to podcast. Hey, Sean.
Yeah, Mike, what's up?
I'm working on a top-secret project using honey to create alcohol.
Oh, really?
It's on a need-to-know basis.
Did you really just say that?
Hey, what do you call okay honey wine?
What do you call it?
Mediocre.
Come on!
Hey, what do you call the spirits of honeybees?
What?
Boobies. Here to inform, to inspire, and to imbibe are your hosts, Mike Grady, Sean Cochran. This is Bamboozled.Boston.
Seriously, Mike, please tell me you found those someplace and you didn't write them.
I did. I don't write. I'm not that good of a writer. I couldn't believe I found these. I couldn't even believe.
I can believe you. I can believe it.
I plugged it. I'm like, all right. Did I go in the search? I'm like, oh, and I the other two are right, but then I found it was the very last one on the list of jokes, and I heard.
Do you know why it was the very last?
Yeah, you do. Boobies. Everybody loves them.
Oh man, that was brutal. That was brutal. So what'd you think of my commercial?
I was gonna comment about that. I loved it. I love your hometown spun kind of angle to it.
All right, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was our sponsor there, Amson HVAC.
Ooh, and RPM Dynamics.
Hey,
Jimbo.
Hey. All right.
Hey, you know what it's time for?
Is it?
Well, because it kind of has something to do with our jokes.
Does it tie into the jokes?
It tied in very well into the jokes.
I hope this is better than the jokes.
I think it will be.
All right, here we go.
Hey. Who is that trombone player? Boom! booze, the first frontier. These are the voyages of Bamboozled.Boston. Join us as we search for and explore all types of alcoholic beverages, bigging history, cockeyed perspective, and to boldly go where so many fine human beings have already gone before. Our featured booze today is something I've never had. Ooh. And it's called, and it's really getting popular right now, Mead.
So we haven't had any yet. We haven't had any. I opened the bottle, right?
Yes.
There's a lot to talk about with this, but I opened the bottle and Mike smelled it, right? Why don't you tell us what you said?
I said it smelled like my sock.
I mean,
like my sock after a warm summer day. I was like, oh wow, that's pungent.
let's grab your glass.
I got it. Hold
All right.
on. I'll keep an open mind.
Let's take another good whiff. It is.
Oh, good Lord.
It is. It's
pungent.
It's pungent. It's nasty. But it's made from honey, right? We got a whole thing we're gonna go over.
Fermented.
Did
honey.
you try it yet?
I haven't.
All right, ready?
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh my. Wow.
Wow, that's really not that bad. That's not terrible.
It's not wine. It's not beer. It's mead.
It doesn't have a
It got the honey aftertaste, which I really like.
which is kind of nice.
But guess what?
It's a little. It's good though.
Now that I've at first when I smelled it, I smelled the fermentation.
Yeah.
But now that I've tasted it once, I smell
now
the
you
honey.
smell it again?
I smelled the honey.
And how's it smell now? You probably
Much better.
It smells better than socks.
Yeah,
right?
it smells
way
much
better
better
than socks.
And
Okay.
for those who make mead, my apologies for that. It was just I first took a whiff of it and I was like, woo!
If somebody made socks and it smelled like socks, I mean, you can't be upset for what you do.
Speaking of the socks, woohoo!
All right.
Yeah, buddy, they're off and running.
Did you see that video in New York with the guy with the Boston shirt on? He's standing up and he's showing everybody, and it was all Yankees fans, and they threw him out because of the Boston shirt.
Yeah, they're pretty brutal, but so are we here. So.
You know what it is? They just can't take. They can't handle it. New York.
Can't handle us.
They can't handle it. I mean,
the Sox.
anyways.
Yeah. So anyway, they're doing all right. They're hitters. The hitting is fantastic. The pitching is garbage.
Really?
So hopefully it gets better. It's just the beginning of the year. It's a long season. You think football. If you think baseball. So wait a minute. Let's try that again. You think basketball season is long? Wait till you get a load
let's
of baseball.
start with you think, and then we'll move from there.
Apparently, I'm not thinking because I'm not. I can't get my thought around. It must be the mead.
It's the mead.
It's my socks. They stink.
No, it's okay. This is all right. What do you want? Do you want to talk about mead in general? Or you want to just talk about where this came from? You have the card over there.
Okay, this is
this
came from the 1634 Meadery. They have tastings and tours. If anybody's interested in it, go to 1634meadery, MEADERY.com.
I should put that up on the thing.
And try mead for yourself. They are located in Ipswich, Massachusetts. I would say that this is, I will say the taste of it is much better than it smells. The cool thing about mead here, one of the things they do, and this is really important, our meadery supports local farms and beekeepers by buying regional fruits in season and honey from New England bee places.
Bee places. So it says bee places. It says
apiaries?
Apiaries? Bee.
I didn't know how to pronounce the word. I was like...
So this is...
I really should have gotten a pronunciation on that. Sorry, folks. Again, in all seriousness, 1634meadery.com, MEADERY.com.
So I picked this up in downtown Haverhill when they with the parking deck, the old parking deck. They have the
I know that
the farmers market thing.
Oh sure,
right
on the weekends during the summertime.
During the summertime. So I went down and I'm looking around. They've got vegetables. They've got all this other stuff and. It's pretty good, and I'm like, where's the booze? So then I found this guy, and he's got the booze.
Where's the booze?
And this is called. This is called. Let me get back to the microphone here. Of course, I had to read it. I can't read in 2 seconds. Jason's Blunder. Okay, so I spoke with the guy, and the guy he said that this guy Jason, I believe, I don't even. They must be distillers. Do you call a meteor dude a distiller? It's got to be distiller, right? I would think
it's all distilled. Anything
it's all
that they
distilled.
make, yeah, right.
So he screwed up. There's something that he did wrong, and when the finished product, they really liked it. So they carried the name Jason's Blunder, and I had several different things to try. And this was the one that I liked the most. Of course, it's the screw up, right? So there you go. That's it. I'm just saying. Jason's Blunder. Whoever Jason is, maybe we'll have him on the show. We could probably do something with them.
So I'm noticing that the more I drink it, the more I like it.
Okay. The more I drink it, the more I like you.
Ooh, keep your distance, buddy. I'm a married man.
And we're not drinking Bud Light, so it's a...
Oh, my God. What? Okay. What? How far are we into the podcast?
Hold on.
Good. Let's see this one.
Find the button.
Yeah, we're
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Not even 15 minutes into the podcast. You had to bring up.
And
the
I'm
Bud
already
Light.
on the Bud Light thing.
Oh my God.
The memes have been amazing memes.
Just.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. It's great
I'm
marketing. I'm going to sell a lot of product that way.
Yeah, they sure are. I'm going to not say anything, and I'm going to.
Well, I mean. Just try to keep the politics and
we try
all of the crazy stuff out of your business life,
and also out of this for the moment. I don't want to alienate everybody. Of course, don't listen to the Captain Morgan's episode. If you do, everybody hates.
Oh, I forgot to make my list.
Yeah, everybody hates Mike after that one.
I got to make the. I forgot. Everybody remind me to make the list. Where are you?
What
right
list?
There. The list. I want to make the list of the episodes so I can make reference to who and what the booze was.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have that information on the website.
We do. Oh, yeah. What's the website, Mike?
Bamboozled.Boston.
Are there W's in front of that? Do we even do W's anymore?
W's are already built into the browser.
They're built into the browser.
Yeah, you don't have to do that anymore.
Okay. All right.
But, you want, for our friends out there, you're going to find us popping up a little bit more in or around the socials, especially on Instagram, Facebook. So if you see it, make sure to check it out. Check out the latest episode. We got quite a few episodes. What is it, our 66th?
Is this 66 or 67?
Well, it's still, I thought last time. I don't know.
Was it? Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's 66. Order 66.
Well, I was thinking of... Get your kicks off Route 66.
Route 66. You know what Order 66 was?
Oh, I do
right?
know what. Yeah,
that was a terrible order. That was bad. Bad news for the Jedi.
Very bad news for the Jedi.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what would have been good news for the Jedi?
What?
These two cookies right here that I gave you.
So I gave you a hard time last episode about not bringing me some of Sally's baked goods.
Yes.
And you did. You brought me some baked goods. I have not tried them yet. I wonder how that would go with the mead.
So these
like
two
honey.
right here is a chocolate chip cookie with Heath bar crushed up in it. But mind you, this is all, she makes
Let me see.
everything from scratch. And she also made some lemon cookies, which are ridiculous. But this one is pretty exceptional. So we tasted the mead, now we're going to taste the cookie.
Oh, take a look at that cookie. Did it all for the cookie.
Come on. Did it all. Did
right.
it all.
I'm going to try the cookie. Right? Oh, yeah. Holy smokes. Wow.
I'm telling you.
That's a great cookie. Sally, great job. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
She's like, oh, I was just hanging out today, so I thought I'd whip up a batch of these cookies and another batch of these cookies.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's like melting in my hand.
That's pretty good. No, it's amazing, actually. So
my mouth is full. Go ahead.
Wanted to show those. Hey, so, what was interesting is that I'm finding it pretty incredible, man's creativity when it comes to alcoholic beverages. And really, that's Bamboozle's all about that, right?
It was accidental. I mean, most of it is, but the mead really was accidental. I believe. Did you see? Do you have that in your history?
No, actually, I was just going to talk about it. It's
okay. Go ahead.
All right.
You just talk.
Yeah. But you probably have some information too. So obviously, this is a fermented beverage made of honey, water, and yeast. It's often called honey wine.
great.
That, however, is a bit of a misnomer, as its just unique drink is not like a wine, it's not like a beer, and it's not like a cider. And it definitely doesn't taste like any of those three things. They're not quite sure where it came from, but it does show up in the ancient texts of Greeks. They consumed a honey and water mixture, a way to honor the goddess Aphrodite. One reason why it's referred to as the nectar of the gods. It's also thought that Nordic Vikings celebrated battles and long voyages with mead. More recently, historians believe it originated anywhere from 20,000 to 40,000 years ago in Africa. When tribes would drink the liquid created by honeybees that took up residence in hollowed-out tree trunks right next to the Keebler factory.
Come on,
Where
really?
this
is where they get the cookie
that's where they get
association came in, the Keeblers, and they were
baked by little elves in a hollow tree. Have you ever wondered where those Keebler cookies come from? They're baked by little elves in a hollow tree. It's legit. That's the jingle. So it has quite a history, but it seems to be growing in popularity. I was talking to someone about this, a friend of mine at work, and he stated, which is somebody I want to have on here sometime, Mr. Pat Wally.
Okay.
He had stated this is becoming very popular up in New Hampshire.
I wonder why. Because of bees or something. I mean, the honey. I don't. I mean,
I don't know what it is. I know we need the bees around for
we
real.
We need the bees for whatchamacallit.
But I just finished drinking my first glass.
Oh my God, it's so good.
And this isn't bad at all. I don't know if it's something that I would drink on a regular basis, though. I have to be honest with you. I like the honey aftertaste. But I'm not so sure that it would be something I would do on a regular basis.
I mean, maybe it pairs well with something.
How's it pair with the cookie?
It's pairing great. I mean, the cookie would pair great with a sickle. I mean, it's just. This is
with a glass of water. Water.
Oh, this is pretty good.
Or as my friends in Delaware say, water.
Water.
Yeah, there's the most hilarious. Do you ever watch The Goldbergs? It's on you probably haven't.
Is that the Irish sitcom?
Yes, The Goldbergs is an Irish sitcom. Okay. It's a good Irish family.
They're Irish.
They do a whole thing on the pronunciation in the Philadelphia, Delaware area. They don't say water, they say wooder.
Okay.
Wooder. My whole family does. They say a glass of water.
Water.
Well, not water, wooder.
Wooder.
As in like wooder. And they also, instead of saying the word frog, they say frog.
Frog.
Frog and log.
Okay.
What do you got over there? You got anything interesting?
It's pretty much the same thing. It was very popular in China in 6500 BC.
Oh, that goes back a ways.
That's a bit back. I mean, China's been doing stuff for quite a while. So they had bees there. There's bees in China, Mike. I don't know if you know that.
I'm pretty confident there's bees everywhere.
Yeah.
Thank you for that insight.
Just in case you didn't know. Yeah, seventh millennium, China. Okay, everything goes back to China. But you said you had Africa like 20,000 prior or something?
Yeah, 20,000 years. They said that. They think that the tribes would drink a liquid created by honeybees that took up residence in hollowed out tree trunks in their area. So, I mean, obviously, of course, it being a sweetener, I'm sure somebody down there said, hey, maybe we should ferment this stuff.
Well, they probably didn't even know what the heck was going on. It was probably fermenting. And they were like, hey, I'm going to go back and get some of that honey stuff. Yeah. And they were like, I feel funny.
I feel funny. So. I like this. It goes back quite a ways. And it's weird because they have... And I'm going to have to apologize again for those who like mead. There is a variety of styles. They have the Malamal is a style with added fruit juices. Under this category, the substyles of that. So we have Piment, that's mead with grape juice. Sizer, mead with apple juice.
Okay.
Metheglin is a style that adds herbs and or spices. And then Braggot could be considered a beer mead hybrid where honey and grains are fermented together. Acerglin incorporates maple syrup into the traditional mead, and Botchit uses a caramelized honey in its blend.
So are they all...
All meads.
I would think that anything is fermentable, right? I mean,
Right. Oh no, I agree. Yeah.
so maple syrup because it has it's sweet and it has it's fermentable.
And then grape juice, apple juice, all is fermentable.
Sure,
You
sure.
have obviously beer, and then you have a variety of herbs and spices that you can add in after the fact. And they're doing all kinds of things. I was in a local liquor store. Where was I? Trying to think. Bradford Liquors,
Okay,
which is great.
where is that?
That's right near.
Is that Bradford?
It's in Bradford. It's right across the street. Right across the street from us, the Walgreens.
Looks like you're a little low there, G Money.
Yeah, hit me up.
Yeah.
So I
Let's
went over there and I was
spill
looking
that.
at like a lot of. Now they're starting. Okay, that's enough.
That's plenty. That's
Funny.
plenty.
A lot of flavored whiskeys
Oh, like
with peanut butter, apple, that type of flavor. I was noticing that, and I was going to pick one up. Friend of mine-
garbage. I wouldn't take the gum off the tire of my car with that stuff. It's just too much. I don't like the artificial sweeteners and gross.
Do you know what I was listening to the other day?
What's that?
Was one of our podcasts,
Come on.
and it was the
Wait,
Japanese
who-
whiskey.
Nobody listens to those.
Oh, you got to look at our numbers. There are definitely a few people that listen.
All right. It's
What
probably,
was it? Hiki? Hiki? Hibiki?
Oh, Hibiki. Yeah,
Oh,
Hibiki.
my.
That's it.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
We can just.
You don't happen to have any of that upstairs, do you?
I might have it in the next room.
You have it in the what could we go? Could we check it out in the Bamboozled bar?
I mean, I don't even think I have to go up there. I think it's in the
Come
editing
on.
room.
It's in the for real.
It might be. Yeah.
Do we actually keep open liquor bottles in the Bamboozled studios?
If somebody walked through here and just looked around, they would think that I'm a problem drinker. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not a problem drinker.
No. We do a podcast about
No,
it.
it's here. It's work.
It's work.
This is
So
work.
we have to make sure that we stay up on all the latest trends.
Oh, yes, we're staying up all right.
So you know what happened to me last 2 weeks ago?
What's that?
After I left here, Bamboozled Studios, and went back to my home, before I came here, I drank a Prime energy drink.
Oh, we talked about that. It was on the last show. You had the Prime here.
Yeah.
How did that treat you?
I didn't fall asleep until 3 a.m.
So
Never again.
you can't. And what time? Let's see. When did we track that? That show was probably 7:30, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I think.
Yep.
And you still had it from a friend of mine that does a lot of energy drinks. He's a big weightlifter guy, right? He says nothing. I think he says it was either 3 o'clock or 5 p.m. None of that nonsense after, because you'll be up for the millennials.
Oh, I was so miserable. I wanted to teach that day, and it was Thursday, which is class break, class break, class break, concert band for 2 hours.
On no sleep.
And I'm up there like 1, 2. They're like, "Hey, Mr. Grady, you okay?" I'm a little tired. Why don't you have some coffee? I'm like, "Yeah, no."
Have some prime energy
That's
drink.
a Prime energy drink. Yeah. I was a little bit bleary-eyed, to say the least. So I opted on the way over not to have a Prime energy drink.
Good.
And
just find your energy in the product that we imbibe on here.
We
you know?
imbibe. We
Just look at
inspire, we imbibe.
Oh, we're inspiring, all right. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that glass. Look how nice that glass looks.
Oh, we also inform.
Oh, we're informing, all right.
Well, I don't know.
Informer.
Oh, God. So is this in the spirit of the boobies?
That whole scary bee thing is just anything to say booby. That's just
Well, when I saw that, so I'm going down I'm sitting there, and I start laughing, and then my stepson Eric's like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, nothing. I can't." Of course, they would have actually gotten a really big kick out of it. Of course they would. Being 12 and 14,
Oh, they're like,
he said boobies. Yeah, I got a little umbrella in your drink, see? Yeah, see? You know what I'm feeling?
Oh, what are we feeling?
I'm making sure. The most important thing you can do is to stay safe. Remember that?
Are you sure?
Remember that? Remember that for 2 years, everybody and your uncle would be like, "Stay safe. Stay safe.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
What is going on here? Jeez Louise.
Today's safety tip is brought to you by Bamboozled.Boston. Hey, this is actually this is serious because, unfortunately, it's been an odd time with the weather. We've been struck by these huge, gigantic tornadoes through the Midwest.
This is pretty serious.
South. It has been.
It's a very serious subject.
It's been insane. But there is, and every once in a while, we will get a tornado up here in the New England area. And what I'm about to say sounds very basic, but it's something for you to keep in mind in case you are ever involved with a tornado. Maybe you're driving through a state that has it, or part of the country, and you don't know what to do. These are real simple and real short. Number one thing is that if you have a home that's in a tornado, I guess not tornado stream, but tornado area.
Yeah.
Sure. You want to make sure that you prepare
a protocol.
Yeah,
a protocol.
Safe room in your house.
Yeah.
Make sure you actually have a safe room where you know that you can go.
The room with the bar in it.
Exactly.
So you put the bar in the basement.
Right.
All right. Sorry.
And then make sure you're streaming Bamboozled.Boston.
Right.
Identify a place to shelter outside your home. Make sure that you got someplace to go. Remove potential projectiles before tornado season.
Oh, good God.
Memorize the signs of a tornado and track the weather. Get to know the weather. Look up, know what it looks like. Pay attention to what people are saying on the radio. Where is it? I mean, we all have the ability to be able to look at radar now and see what's going on.
Yep.
And they can pretty much clock in tornadoes pretty well. And finally, after the tornado, make sure to stockpile tap water and canned goods.
Oh, that makes sense.
Or start doing it right now. Get those 2-gallon, 5-gallon, 10-gallon jugs of water, and make sure you have those plenty of canned goods. They last for, you're not going to be inconvenienced for years.
I would say like flashlight batteries.
Even more.
Like
say
that.
Flashlight batteries. Make sure you've got a radio that cranks so that you'll be able to.
When you say cranks, like a really loud radio?
No. I mean, for the energy, so you can crank it for the
charger
battery,
thing.
The charger.
All right.
Yeah, so make sure. Thank you for clarifying that. So you crank. Just make sure you turn the music up really loud, like
Sorry.
and try not to make comedy out of this, but apparently we seem to do that about.
Well, you gotta
everything.
make light of stuff too. So.
But that's just 5 ways to prepare for a tornado. That is our safety tip. Our last safety tip was construction site safety tips.
That's
We're going to be going into all kinds of areas with the safety tips, not just alcohol. I mean, the standard one with alcohol is don't drink and drive. If you do, you're a moron. Don't do it. Give somebody the keys. There's Uber. There's
Uber's.
Lyft.
Everybody can get Uber.
Lyft, and taxi. The taxi drivers are still around. Or just stay where you are, but don't go behind the wheel of a car when you're imbibing.
Yeah, because then you might have a ride by a cop or an ambulance.
Yeah, one of the two. And then neither of those are good. So if you're going to do it, if you're going to imbibe, you're going to have a good time, make sure you either stay in or you get somebody to drive your drunk ass home.
So that was brought to you by RPM Dynamics, the safety tip.
It was?
I mean, yeah, it was. And
I said Bamboozled.Boston by mistake.
Yeah, theoretically, it's all part of the same.
Jimbo! Thank you.
God, I was talking to Jimbo today. He was on fire.
We're telling you all about this stuff?
Well, it wasn't even this stuff. We were trying to get a video together for the Rotten Apple Project, and there's different things going on with
Whoa, wait a minute. Let's hear a little.
What?
So let's hear a little bit about this. What you're doing musically.
Okay, all right.
You're in a couple groups and you play locally.
Yeah.
When we say locally, northern New England area.
Sure.
So let's hear. That's something that we really need to kind of.
Well, we could definitely brush up on. I should have queued up the video, but I think I get some audio here. We could. So Rotten Apple is a Alice in Chains tribute act that I'm involved with some very special individuals, and we're gonna do a podcast. I have a date for you. That we're gonna do a podcast. We're gonna do a rehearsal because we happen to rehearse at the Bamboozled.Boston studios.
Very nice.
Which is very convenient for me.
Very luxurious here.
And I thank those guys for coming here. But we'll rehearse, and then what we'll do is we'll sit down and have a cocktail, and we'll talk about some stuff if that's okay with you.
That's fantastic for me because that's the kind. Being a trombone player, that's the type of music that I never really exposed myself a lot to. So I would certainly enjoy hearing it and then hearing y'all talk.
Y'all?
Sorry, sometimes that comes
No,
out.
I appreciate that. That's good. I'm just trying to get a...
Boom, ba-doo, doo, dum, ba-doo, doo, dum, ba-doo, doo, doo.
I think your machine is Bluetoothed.
Oh, my machine is
I don't know
Bluetooth.
if I could I could probably disconnect you here.
I'm disconnected.
You disconnected?
You have been disconnected.
Oh, I've been disconnected. Let's see if I can get this to connect. If I can get this to connect, I'll play a little bit of the... Oh,
You
it
need to turn
did
it up.
connect.
You need to turn up now.
I'll turn it up.
Okay.
You mean crank it up?
So
So this is the video, but we should have audio here. Let's see. Let's see if this plays. It's a promo audio for the project. I'm gonna play the video next episode to get that booted in. Oh, it's Alice in Chains right there. Like that
Woo.
hammer hit at the end.
Well, that voice sounds familiar.
Who is that guy?
Mm-mm.
Dimitri.
On point all the time.
Dimitri. Anyways, so talking to Jimbo, trying to make another promo video. We got audio, we got video. We're trying to get things to sync up. Coming along, but Jimbo was like, I mean, when I say on fire, he was on fire.
Was he on fire like the trip from L.A. to Vegas that time? And he was on one end, and you were on the. He was on one side of me, and you were on the other side.
Oh
of
yeah,
me?
yeah.
Yeah.
But he was on no sleep because he stayed up all night working on the audio for us. And thanks
Poor
again,
dude.
Jimbo. Appreciate that. And we had some final tweaks, and he knew what needed to be tweaked. I call him.
Right.
He says, "Well, I told you this needed to be done like that." And I go, "I know. I'm not saying you didn't." Well, when are we gonna do it? And he says, "I've had enough of this video editing thing. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it all straightened out." And so he's on no sleep. He's doing. I love Jimbo. He's out of his mind.
Wasn't he one of the? Wasn't he one of our first guests?
He was. One of the first episodes, yeah. Go back to the Bamboozled.Boston archive and see if you can find the Jimbo. And that was that Jaeger and Red Bull that we did, I think?
Well, we did Jaeger and Red Bull in Vegas. I do know.
I think that was Jaeger and Red Bull with him, and it did not end well.
It did not.
I needed to clean up glass in the studio. It was,
Hold on.
it was kind of rough. Oh, you're going to research that.
I'm going to go
Remember
into
that list I talked about? I was going to make that? I'll still make that.
I'm going to go into the simple cast. I'm sorry. I'm going to go.
There's nothing simple about what we do.
I'm going into the Bamboozled archives, and I'm going to take a look and see. It was definitely back in the beginning.
Okay.
All right, so let's see what we got here. We've got. Oh wait, wow, we've done. Okay, so this is episode. This is episode 66.
It is. Get my kicks.
And I'm going back, and there's Steve Gadu. He was on there.
We got to get Steve back in.
Gotta get Steve back here. All right, so wait a minute. Let's see.
Let's get them glasses on so we can see what the heck's going on.
Quiet.
I'm wearing them.
No, this doesn't actually help me any. Oh, Fuyu is really good too.
Fuyu's great.
Okay, wait. Let's go here. What do we got? Where was he?
Jimbo was. I mean, where are you at? You near like the beginning?
Yeah, this is episodes like right up here.
He might be a little beyond, a little further on. Check your next page there.
Wait, further on? Oh, I didn't think. Oh, wait, I just found it. There it was. Hold on.
What episode is
Here
he?
it is. He's episode number 18.
18. Jimbo. We got a
Herbal
photo?
Liquor, Jägermeister, Red Bull, Man Off the Street segment.
Oh yeah, he was on the street.
He was almost in the street.
Oh, Jimbo. Anyways, yeah, Bamboozled.Boston, and it'll link up to all of those episodes. You can scroll through the media.
You can go back to the very beginning when we were.
You know what we should do? We should rip that episode apart. We'll get it in here. We'll play it, and then we'll be like, "Yeah, hey, welcome," because we're so much better now. But
we were as wicked, like very, very. Well, we were both. You were at your place. I was at mine. That was when we were quarantined from the virus.
Don't talk about that. We
And
don't speak of the thing we don't speak of.
that thing you will not speak of. We were, and it was the craziest thing. You at your place, and you're like, what, 2 miles from my house?
Mm-hmm.
And me here, you there, whatever the case is. And we did a bunch of them in the very beginning like that.
Yeah. And then even later on, you may have driven on a road that somebody had sneezed on at one point, and then you had to stay home. Remember that?
Oh, I remember that.
Crazy
Driven
stuff.
on a road.
Driven on a road.
Somebody sneezed.
How's the mead treating you? I'm really starting to enjoy it.
That's okay.
Is it hash? Is that what's making you cough?
It's not wicked hash. It's not too bad.
It's not very boozy either. Like I'm drinking it. I'm not gulping it, but I'm consuming it.
Right.
And it's not getting into my brain, which is
no, it's not getting into my brain
great.
either. You know what's funny is I'm just looking here. We only did 6. We only did 6 episodes, and then we just came. And then you built the Bamboozled.Boston studios.
Oh, okay.
Really?
And then what happened?
Well,
It was more than 6, right?
Well, no, but when we did when we did Jason Barnum in here,
Yeah.
we did it here.
Okay. Yeah, he's been here a few times.
Right, but that was only 6 episodes we were in quarantine for. That was it. In the infamous Captain Morgan's episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to that one again. You were spectacular on that.
I was not spectacular. I was
spectacular.
I didn't think that it would get to me so quickly, and it did. And I was in my place by myself. It went down too smooth. That was the problem. I'm sitting there like, yeah, this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and that stinks, and that stinks, and everything stinks. It was like I was like old man. It was like what was it? Old man game was wicked strong that night. It was horrible. Because I can't. And you know what? I really haven't touched Captain Morgan since then.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't barf or anything, did you?
No. I was just.
You just had you
everybody
didn't like your own attitude?
Everybody was doing everything wrong, and everyone was on my lawn, and they wouldn't get off of it.
Okay. I can appreciate exactly what that means. Yes.
Wow. So, what else is going? Oh, so wait.
What?
I just realized something.
What happened?
That is not the only thing you do. You play in another band.
Oh, I just so happen to have that other promo video queued up.
Hey, look at that.
Hold on. I'm gonna put these videos together. But here's the other band. This is called Something Else with a bunch of other wonderful individuals. This is our short. Promo videos are under 30 seconds, which is great.
Nice.
Classic rock. Little Tom Petty. A friend of mine thought this was Wasp. This isn't Wasp. It's Humble Pie.
That's funny.
Recognize that one?
Wow.
Yeah, it's all right, right? Nice short promo. I'll put the video up next time. But anyways, it's what do we?
That's good stuff.
Something You can check that out. And then the other one is RottenAppleNH.com. All that stuff's on there. Where are you at? What do you got going on, G? What's your musical? Do you have anything to play?
I don't have anything to play, but B Street is building up its usual summer tour for its 43rd year.
Okay.
The band's been around 43
man.
years. Started in 1980, and they were kind of like sort of like a post-punk rock kind of cover band, and it was just like it was kind of like built after. Do you remember the Beaver Brown Band?
Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of based on that and on Bruce Springsteen. Tenor sax solo, and everybody in I Am Good No More.
You don't want more of the mead?
No, I'm good, thank you. My head's starting to pulsate a little bit.
Oh boy, I'll just drink it then.
And then it just slowly but surely we ended up adding horns, and we became the like the club band in the 80s,
Yep.
early 90s.
You guys were big.
Then we went to wedding band and played wedding. They just did hundreds, maybe even thousands of weddings over for the years. And then we kind of went through some growing pains, split up for a while, 2 new bands, got back together again. A lot of the original members are back. And now we do the Blue Hairs and Chairs tour.
I love that term.
And, find us at your local kiosk. That would be the kiosk at the center of town, where we're all we have 15 feet to the 11-piece band can stand on, and we play. No, that's not true. It's a great band. Some of these guys I've been playing with for 3.5 decades.
Sure.
And then the other band that I joined, I've been there now for about 1.5 years. It's called the Scott Spradling Band. They're out of the Manchester area, and they are a 13-piece. 2 lead singers, kind of slick-sounding, jazzy, rocky, you name it, we do it band.
I need to go see those guys. I want to see what you're talking about.
And just so they're playing April 30th, they're playing at the Rex Theater in Manchester. I can't be with them because that's the weekend of the school play.
Oh.
But they are. There's only maybe 75 tickets left there, and
really,
they are.
How many were for sale? 80. I'm just kidding.
A couple hundred at least, I think.
Okay.
So,
right.
The Rex Theater's a nice place right in downtown Manchester.
Okay.
And the band's fantastic. Lead singer, with 2 lead singers, and Scott Spradley's the guy who runs the band. So one of the things I love about that band is the rehearsals it's like this song, that song, let's do this, let's fix that. Boom, 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 2 hours.
Not a ton of jibber.
No, we play, and there is. We joke around, and it's a great group of people, but we get a lot done in 2 hours.
Okay.
Which is nice, which is different from B Street because it takes us 6 months to schedule a rehearsal, and then half the band doesn't show up.
Oh, God.
And then
Is anybody listening from the Bahamas listening?
Oh,
Seriously.
they know it's the truth. And then we pick songs, and people complain about them. And then we pick new songs, we play them twice, and then we never play them again.
Sounds like Never in Vegas.
So, and I love the guys, but wow, trying to get us all together. I don't think the entire band has shown up for a complete rehearsal in probably about 1.5 years.
I don't know if that's funny or sad.
Well,
I think it's kind of funny.
Well, a lot of the songs, and for some members, they get a little bit upset about the fact that, you're playing the same songs over and over again. And I'm like, well, our job's to please the public. And the songs that we play are relative.
Whose voice is that?
I'm not telling you. I'm not going to throw my man under the bus. He knows who he is. We got to play songs that are better. We are a better band than that.
Oh, God.
And you know what the problem is that, and I've said it to him, that's the truth. We all are kind of settled in our lives. We got a lot of us are, me and I'm not in
get stuff
particular.
going on.
My daughter's getting married in August.
Oh, that's right.
Huge wedding down in Florida.
Yep.
My, everybody's got grandkids. They got businesses and stuff. You know what it's like trying to integrate life into your music schedule or music into your life schedule.
Yeah.
It's really hard. And for those people who may not be as busy as you, they want to practice all the time, and it's
No, I understand.
you know how it is.
And practice is great. If I could practice every day, I would do that. It would be wonderful. I would love to do that, but it's just not very possible. Yeah.
But outside of that, no. B Street is a long-standing Merrimack Valley tradition, and sometimes I'm amazed that we still have a ride going on. I think we're unbelievably blessed to still be able to get together and play with most of the original members. And it's as we hear around the club, oh, you guys still together?
But you are.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you sure are.
And we still got a little bit of energy. It's so funny. I found there's a YouTube video of B Street doing Turn the Page and then Old Time Rock and Roll from 1988.
And scissor kicks, everybody's like jumping around.
How did you know?
I know.
You know what? Wait. We're gonna.
Oh man, here we go.
Come on. No, you got to check it out. You know what? I do have something to play.
There's audio. All right,
the audio's not terrible.
Let me disconnect out of here so we can get you back over to the Bluetooth. Do. Oh, look at that.
Here it is. Look at this. No, 1987.
87.
Hold on.
You have to connect to the.
Oh, I'm going to. Hold on. This is. Look at Louis.
Oh yeah.
Louis is a young man.
Oh yeah.
I don't ever remember him looking like that.
I
don't remember me looking like that. Jeez.
Need another.
Okay, we had a request to do a little cigarette.
Oh, we got to get the video connected. This is fantastic stuff. Look at that. That's great. He's got a clean T-shirt on, right? Toma with the wife beater.
We all have wife beaters on. Ooh, who's that trombone player? All right, so let's
the guy needs a sandwich.
So you know when you were talking about scissor kicks, I gotta find them. Wait, I gotta find.
Don't tell me you found somebody making some moves.
Okay, so wait a minute. I don't know what I'm laughing
That's a great mullet you got going there. That is fantastic.
That's legit.
That is legit. Oh, I know. I had a mullet like that. You know what we need more of? That cowbell.
Dude, I am rocking that cowbell.
You are rocking that cowbell.
I gotta find the scissor kicks, though. Hold on. All right, we got it. They're in here.
It's tough without the video.
All right, we're gonna go back. Oh, I think it might be.
What venue is this?
Harper's Ferry in Boston.
Okay. All right.
Oh, here we go. Look, they're starting to. They're winding up.
Everybody's winding up. You guys didn't drink or anything during this gig, did you?
Wait.
What is?
Oh, here we go. There they go.
Oh, they're doing it. Holy smokes. What do you call it? That's the old... Oh, that's funny. I'd like to see you guys do that now.
All right, enough of that. There we go.
So, where do you find that? So, just
YouTube, B Street Bombers live Harper's Ferry, Boston, 1987.
Wow.
That was, I had been in the band 1 year. I joined them in 86. And then Matt Davis had joined them in 1987. And look, we're all very, very thin.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
It was just a different time back then.
Sure. Yeah, the 80s were great.
And every club had a live band.
Uh-huh.
Every club.
And they weren't afraid to pay what it takes to get a 8, a 9. How many piece were you guys back then?
We were a 10-piece band.
10-piece. Okay.
And we had, and this is nowhere to lie, we were the horn, trumpet player and I, Mike Toma, he doesn't play with the band anymore. Him and I were playing at a blues jam at Harper's Ferry.
Yep.
And the owner came up to us and said, "Are you guys in a band?" We said, "Yes." He says, "Do they sound as good as you do?" And we're like, "Sure." He's like, "Good. If that's the case, I want you guys to play."
And that's
here.
how you got the gig.
And how we got the gig, we come down and we played. I'm not lying about this because you've had this happen before. There was a line down the block, and we were playing stuff like the Honey Drippers, Rockin' at Midnight, and things like that.
Sure.
And it was absolutely, dance floor was filled from we played our first note, and they literally actually rushed the stage and just started dancing and flailing. It was 87. I mean, people were like,
yeah, they cared.
People were cool back then.
Yeah, they were cool.
And they ran and they played, and gosh, the girls were.
With the hair, the 80s hair must have been amazing.
They had this Severe Revere hair.
Severe Revere.
It was all the way up to here. It's all right. It was all right. And the audience, the people were great. We played there for many, many years. We played there.
Sure.
It was a great place. Good club. So anyway, that's, and one of the things to tell everybody with the limited amount of live bands that there are, support your local musicians.
Yeah,
I think it's really, really important that you do. If you know there's a blues jam going on, go check it out. Just go spend a beer or two, grab an appetizer, enjoy. Yeah. There's one the Boston Brew House in Bradford. They have a blues jam every Tuesday night.
The Bradford.
Sorry, what did I call it?
Boston. You're still in Boston.
Bamboozled.Boston, Bradford Brew House. The Bradford Brew House, sorry.
Bradford Brew House, Boston beer.
Boston Baked Brew House. Ooh, yeah, you know what? I was up at the Grog back in the late 80s.
How was that?
I sat in with the Boston Baked Blues. Boy, that band was good.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I remember hearing.
And they kind of did like a jam session thing, and I went up there, and a couple of cats up there, boy, could they play.
That's awesome.
I just said couple of cats.
Couple of cats.
I'm taking it back, bro. I was playing my gig with some good cats who could play. They could play the horn.
Good God. Thank God I didn't go get that hibiki or whatever the heck it was.
Oh, I wish you had of. It's in the next room. Why couldn't you get it?
I don't have. There's no. I don't have a glass.
I have a glass. I'll empty it.
You'd have to pound that.
No. I'll wait. It's best enjoyed when you sip it.
Yeah, this I like it. I'm enjoying this. I think that I will go pick up some mead, and this is. Can I have that card? That's the 1634 from the Ipswich.
1634 meadery.
Meadery, and that's they do tastings and tours.
Would I be appropriate in saying you have a need for mead?
Right at the moment, I have a need for mead. That's correct. Right.
That was funny. No, it wasn't. Sorry. My jokes were not that funny today.
No, they were funny.
They were dad jokes.
They were ridiculous. They were good.
Go back and listen to some of my not so appropriate jokes. I'm trying to keep them more dad based now.
So it's www.1634meadery MEADERY.
That's an interesting word, meadery.
Yeah, meadery.
It's like an eatery. So what if you had a
just get a
meadery where
meadery.
you've...
We should do a road trip over there. They get some pretty good looking bottles here.
So if you had a meadery that served food, it would be a meadery eatery.
And then if you wrote tickets for illegally parked cars, you'd be a meter eater.
Oh, I like that. You got a little wordplay there going, bro. I enjoyed that one.
All right. All right. G-Money, where we at? You got anything else? We got any alerts? We got anything going on? I mean, anything we need to be notified about?
I don't think that there's really a whole lot going on except for all I have to say is we try to keep it apolitical here. There are so many other more beers to enjoy than Bud Light. Just saying.
Correct. Ooh, the mead just kind of went to my head a little bit.
It has gone to my head a little bit.
It feels kind of funny. I feel a little funny.
What are you, a clown?
Okay. I don't know. Gee, I think we're pretty good.
I think we did so I have to thank you for introducing something I would have never even
I'm so
thought about
surprised you'd never had mead before.
No, never did.
Huh.
Heard about it, but I didn't really look into it and think much about it. I thought it was some, drink from Ireland or England.
Yeah.
That, and they have some kidney pie and some mead.
It's some mead. I mean, think about it back in the day when if you had bees, this is what you drank. This is like raging on a Saturday night back in China,
King
1600 BC. Building that wall. What do you think kept the wall up?
Oh boy!
Get the mead.
He might have four walls around him.
Exactly.
Hey, so speaking of that, guess what? Are you familiar with Hamilton?
I am not.
Well, first off, you should be.
Okay.
And second thing is, the chorus at school's doing My Shot. You ought to see, and most of it is rapping.
Rapping.
And they're
rapping.
They stinking kill it.
I'd like to see it. When is this gig? When is this show?
It'll be May 11th.
11th. Okay.
And you're May 11th. You'll see Jimmy Bajo Bass.
Oh yeah.
Backing up, doing a couple songs. He's because our drummer who plays the drum set, she is graduating, so she decided to pick Money, Pink Floyd.
Okay.
And then is it Afterglow by the Foo Fighters?
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are the two that she's gonna do.
Well, that's cool. Good
and then
for
Jimmy's
her.
coming in to crank out the guitar parts.
Jimmy, love Jimmy.
Just like you guys do at the Christmas pageant.
Bajo. Did you just pound that?
Yeah.
You did.
I was hoping you had.
You're hoping to get some. If you have something interesting to say, I'll go get that bottle for you. Look at you're digging in now.
Okay. Hear ye. Well, you know who's going to be in the playoffs? Anybody who follows basketball, we know that the Boston Celtics I think they're coming in second, which I hear is a pretty good thing to be. I've been watching them most of the year. They've been a great team to watch. Went and saw them. I'm pretty close. It was a fantastic game. It was really good. And then, of course, we have the Boston Red Sox now. I don't know how they're doing. I don't even know if they did start. I'm wondering what the score is there. You know what, I think I'm going to go. Look what it says on the side. I forgot that I even gave that to you.
My birthday present.
Yeah.
That should be 2-5 instead of that 5-0.
And here we go.
All right. Oh, smash My head.
Oh, you okay? They played today, and they lost again. Their record's 2-4. Thought they were playing tonight.
Who?
Sox.
Oh, the Sox.
Well, you said something interesting to say.
Dude,
so I was
look
trying
at-
to... Oh, I'm not drinking the last of
No,
it.
drink the last of it.
No, it's yours.
No, I'll go get more.
I didn't realize there was just that little left.
Well, we've had this moment before where you needed, or you wished you had some. And well, that smells really good.
Why don't you save a little bit for yourself? He's
here?
pouring it right now.
Here it is.
Oh, there really isn't a whole lot left.
There's nothing. That's it. I'm gonna go get more of this stuff. That's pretty good stuff. I really enjoy that stuff.
Thank
Obviously,
you, Sean.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, thank you. I think you're the one that originated the origin of the.
That is as smooth as can be.
Oh my God, I'm making a mess of myself here. Okay.
You've just hit yourself in your head like three different times coming around the corner
You know
there.
what? It's the mead.
It's the mead.
It's the mead.
It's being very mead to you.
All right. Okay. Here we are. Back in business. Back in business.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Okay.
Welcome to Bamboozled.
I don't know. What do you think, G?
I think it's time to head on out.
Yeah.
This has been a fun, freewheeling kind of video. We were
Yeah.
laughing a lot. You know what? The thing is when I go back and I listen to our older podcasts,
Yep.
some of them are funnier than while they were happening.
Because we're not as funny when you listen to them a second time.
No, they're funny.
The funnier?
They're more fun. Like, I get a bigger kick out of them listening
okay.
back. So for those of you who like our podcast, specifically someone named Kara, who always listens to us, one of Sally's best friends.
Oh, okay. Hi,
you
Kara.
know Kara and Jeff,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
Just wanted to say hi to you and thank you for listening to us. Thank you for all our listeners, and to be honest with you. And we expect that there's going to be more as we bring in more sponsors, and Bamboozled.Boston gets bigger than we are right now.
Oh, there's more room in the world.
You know it. I think that's a... Did you say some more room in the world?
There's no more room in the world for anybody.
There's plenty of room.
All right. I'd like to thank our sponsors, RPM Dynamics, Amson HVAC. And that's AmsonHVAC.com. You guys want to take advantage of the Mass Save program, get a heating system done at a reasonable cost, and get a big rebate. Lots to talk about. Go to AmsonHVAC.com and check it out if you have the desire.
Tell them Sean sent you.
Yeah, Sean sent you. That's right. All right. Let's do this, G.
Here we go.
Let's just do a quick little toast on the way out. Here we go.
All right.
Cheers.
We'd like to thank our sponsors again because they're awesome. And of course, our Bamboozled.Boston podcast listeners. Please tell your friends to seek us out at their favorite podcast platform. Ask them to subscribe and give Bamboozled.Boston a 5-star rating. Also, visit our website, Bamboozled.Boston, to connect with all our socials and email and send us some feedback. We here at Bamboozled.Boston love what we do. So as we say every week and wrap this up, please safely keep your glasses bottoms up, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, buddy.
Come on, son.